The Athletic just released their preseason 2023 NFL mock draft, which you know what that means. Welcome back to Mock where we take a look at someone else's mock draft. And I'm mocking, giving you my views, thoughts, and opinions. And yes, The Athletic just released their preseason mock draft, courtesy of both Nick Baumgartner and Nate Tice. And Nate Tice is great. If you don't follow him on Twitter, what you doing? That's a great follow. I love Nate Tice. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at it. They're trading off each picks. Which, hey, if you don't know, I'm doing a 3-round 2023 NFL mock draft with Hail Mary Sports, where we'll be rotating picks. So hey, this is a nice, what do they say, appetizer, because you know your boy's the main course. What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro, and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. But, okay, let's go over a couple of things real quick before we get into it. So this week, our expert statistician, I believe that's how you say the word, Austin Mock, well, isn't that funny, served up his projected win totals for all 32 teams. Okay, so this is a projected win total. That's how they came with the order. So if you got a problem with the order, blame Austin Mock. Mock Austin Mock. Might be a new series on the channel. And then they are going to be using Dane Brugler's preseason top 50 as a guide. So I'm not too familiar with how familiar they are with some of the prospects. I assume they're probably familiar with a lot of the top prospects at least. But let's go ahead, get into this, see who do they got first overall. Because, oh wow, they got the New York Jets going Will Anderson. So this is a very interesting predicament the New York Jets would be in if they're picking first overall, because you got to imagine maybe a few different scenarios could have happened here. Zach Wilson maybe wasn't quick back from injury, and Joe Flacco just screwed the pooch. Maybe Zach Wilson wasn't that good. I don't know. Is it enough to give up on him? If you're picking first overall, you got to think quarterback's got to be consideration. But going Will Anderson, you're going to be pairing him up with guys like they got what? They now have Jermaine Johnson, Carl Lawson, but that cat can't stay healthy. They got, was it John Franklin Myers? One of those. But he's a guy that's very flexible, could play inside and out. So yeah, if they want to go with the top prospect in general, the top player probably on their board, Will Anderson, okay, it makes sense. I like it. Let's see where we're going at with number 2. As that was Nick Baumgartner's pick. This one's going to be Nate Tice, and it's the Houston Texans going CJ Stroud. So yeah, you gotta think, hey, if the Texans are picking second overall, things weren't good in year 2 for Davis Mills. So yeah, I would take the shot on a new signal caller. Keep in mind, Davis Mills, he doesn't have the type of investment as the Jets would with Zach Wilson. As Davis Mills is only a 3rd-round pick, and we saw what happened to Kellen Mond. They just let him go. So if they might not be hurt about moving on without him. So yeah, CJ Stroud, listen, if he ends up the top quarterback, it won't surprise me. It won't surprise a lot of people. Guy's got an NFL arm. He's got ideal size. The guy is built for the NFL with all arrows pointing that he's going to have a great season this year. So Texans, they get their quarterback. No problems here. Let's keep rolling as we have the Atlanta Falcons going Jalen Carter. Okay, so this is Baumgartner again. We're going to keep scrolling. So he says Atlanta might not feel a lot different about his quarterback situation in 4 months. Has played some good football preseason, be it premier. Okay. I guess there is that. I mean, getting someone like Jalen Carter is phenomenal. Getting him next to oh my gosh, I'm spacing on his name. Oh my gosh, Atlanta roster, dude. I'm gonna come on. Football's almost here. See, I did the Falcons deep dive so long ago. I can't remember the roster. Okay. Just get me to the Atlanta Falcons. I can't believe I'm spacing out. My gosh, Grady Jarrett, you idiot, of course. Which interesting thing is, because I know they did an extension. I can't remember. It wasn't just this last year. It may have been during their season, or it may have been the season prior. But maybe that's a guy they're looking to move on from too. So maybe this isn't, let's get someone next to Jalen Carter. Maybe let's get someone on the inside, because Grady Jarrett, we don't think he will be our long-term answer in this rebuild. So there's a few questions there as they try to maybe make space. But I could see this. Maybe they do want to ride Desmond Ridder for a season, because he did look pretty darn good in the preseason. So, okay, benefit of the doubt here, of course. Let's keep this rolling to number 4 as they got the Chicago Bears going. Kelee Ringo. Look, I just got it right. Everyone got all but hurt that I said Kylie Ringo when I was talking about Dane Brugler's top 50. It's Kelee Ringo. Okay, I got it. Cool. Mispronunciation's a thing of the channel. All right, love it or hate it. But this one's a hell lot interesting, because I get it. This might be too early because really there's too many questions about the receivers to take one here at 4. I don't disagree with that. You have those same sort of questions around the tackles, though. I feel like if you're gonna do a mock, like especially with Peter Skoronski up to 315, and yes, he does lack the arm length appears not to be great, but then people are going to draw these comparisons to guys like Penny Sewell, Rashawn Slater, though those guys are better athletes than Skoronski. So if they don't think Skoronski's the guy here, like do you roll the dice on a Paris Johnson, who we haven't seen at tackle yet, or a Broderick Jones, we've only seen 4 games at tackle? You might as well take a shot at the receiving class with Booty, with his 2 ankle surgeries over the off season, or JSN, is he more than a slot? Other guys that could emerge there, Quentin Johnston. There's concerns about it, at least his launch speed. I'm not concerned about it, but some people may be. So going for the best prospect here, you would think maybe you go in the direction of I would think Miles Murphy. Like, if you really want to go defense, like, yeah, I love adding Kelee Ringo, but like, where, like, I guess what, you're moving Kyler Gordon into the slot at this point, because you got Jalen Johnson too. Kelee Ringo, to be fair, he's got a very versatile body type, but your safeties are set in Eddie Jackson, Jaquan Brisker. So I don't know. I think if you were gonna go defense here, Miles Murphy makes sense, because you really don't have a long-term answer there. I know Travis Gibson, a lot of people are real high on. I don't know. I don't think he could be a top edge rusher, or at least a guy that could be a number 1. They got Robert Quinn, but someone who's obviously a veteran at this point. Can't imagine his contract's too great either, so maybe they move on from that. Maybe Miles Murphy for me makes more sense here. But I do love Kelee Ringo. Let's go to, that was Nate Tice's pick. Let's go to, I guess Bryce Young's coming off the board. Seattle Seahawks, this is a no-brainer. Do we need to talk about this? Seahawks need a quarterback desperately. Drew Lock, 3 picks in preseason. It was terrible. So Geno Smith's the starter. I think Geno Smith's a very adequate backup, but yeah, they're obviously looking for the long-term answer. Bryce Young makes sense. I think he's the best quarterback in college football. Jacksonville Jaguars, they go with Kayshon Boutte. Let's see what Nate Tice has to say about Kayshon Boutte. Talking a lot of good stuff about him, and I won't deny it. Okay, doesn't bring up the ankle injury, so hopefully the ankle surgery, so hopefully that won't be a concern. That's really my biggest concern when it comes to Boutte. But Jags getting playmakers. Keep in mind, they just moved on from Laviska Shenault. Their leading receiver last year, I think, was it Marvin Jones? It may have been Treadwell, but Treadwell's not with the team anymore. They let Marvin Hall go. Yeah, they got the big free agents in Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, but if you're looking for more, then I don't blame the Jags. Go grab more. So they take the first receiver here. On to New York Giants. They take Will Levis. Let's see, and this is Baumgartner. pick. Okay. So yeah, quarterback seems to be the pick here for the Giants, if it can be. Obviously, Daniel Jones, they don't feel good about Daniel Jones. Looking forward, unless guys like Will Levis is probably gonna be a hot name for the third guy, unless Tyler Van Dyke, Anthony Richardson emerges in. Well, for Anthony Richardson, this is going to be his first full year as a starter. Tyler Van Dyke, just becoming the starter last year after Derek Keene got hurt, now becomes a starter this year. So his first full year as a starter. Do one of those guys maybe emerge as quarterback 3? Tanner McKee, I really like him a lot. It's just he's in a rough situation there at Stanford where I don't think he has a lot of talent, whether it's at receiver or on the offensive line. But Will Levis is a guy, yeah, he's older. He's got the NFL arm. The big questions here, and I think, yeah, I see him mention them here, is the decision-making and the overall processing skills, which were things that got better as the year went along. So if he picks up from there, then, yeah, I could see Will Levis probably being potentially quarterback 3 in this class. I think, for me, honestly, maybe his draft stock only goes as high as where can he pick it with, which is still first round. I mean, maybe not, man. If this guy's ready, then yeah, just you do take him 10 in the top 10. Yeah, I'm talking myself out of just strapping this guy as a maybe mid to late first. Okay, if this guy's plug and play, then yeah, shoot. I don't care how old he is. Quarterbacks, they typically last a long time. So we'll see, man. We'll see. He's in a offense that's very pro ready, so it's he's got a lot of good things going for him. All right, Detroit Lions take Trent Simpson. Huge fan of Trent Simpson. This one is a bit interesting. I guess they do need a linebackers there, but I don't think Trent Simpson's the cup of tea they need. He's very similar to oh my gosh, who's the guy they drafted from Purdue? Derek. It's Derek. Pulling up the Lions roster right now. Derek Barnes, but he's not even listed as a starter. They also bring in Malcolm Rodriguez. Their current starters, Alex Anzalone and Chris Board. So they could probably go linebacker. I just don't know. Trent Simpson, man, I'm a huge fan. I don't know if he'll get the Isaiah Simmons hype though. That'll be interesting if he does, because I feel like teams are going to be a bit more hesitant after they saw okay, Isaiah Simmons, he took a little bit to get going in the NFL. It took him 2 seasons to really get going. He was more of a project than they anticipated, and linebacker is just kind of a devalued position at this point. You could get by with guys who are just sure tacklers and good run stuffers. You could get by. They might not make great plays in coverage, but as long as they can make sure that guys that catch the ball go down immediately, then yeah, that's kind of clutch. Yo, straight up though, I didn't know for the Lions, Demetrius Taylor's on the roster. Yo, Appalachian, right? Appalachian. Yeah, that guy's got a very diverse body type. Interesting. Let's see. Let's keep rolling. Pittsburgh Steelers, they take Peter Skoronski. Steelers will need help. If they're drafting him, they are probably looking at him as a tackle. Because their guard spots are kind of, you would like to think, at least on the interior, they're kind of shored up, bringing in James Daniels. They have Kevin Dotson. I know they brought in Jesse Davis. They got Kendrick Green. I guess they're going to roll with Mason Cole at center. And to be fair, Peter Skoronski was a center recruit coming out of high school. But it's probably this is a move probably to move on from either Cora 4 or Dan Moore. So Yeah, Skoronski coming here as first tackle. I don't mind it. Carolina Panthers, Anthony Richardson. Yo, that's fun football. That's just fun football. I like that. If the Baker experiment goes awry and if they are picking in the top 10 and they could snap a guy like Anthony Richardson, maybe comes off a big season there at Florida, then yeah, watch out. The Washington Commanders, in my mock, I went corner for them as well. Christian Gonzalez. I don't have the balls just yet to put Christian Gonzalez in the first round. I think he's like fringe first round for me currently. But I am a fan. I can't wait to see him at Oregon. I think he's going to a very good scheme, very good coach there too. So that's just going to work well for him. So yeah, if we're talking about Christian Gonzalez in the first round, it won't surprise me none. Washington going corner makes a ton of sense. I mean, we could go take a look at their corner depth, but William, you got, hold on. William Jackson? Right? William Jackson. They got Benjamin, St. Jude's, Kyle Fuller? Right? Kendall Fuller. So yeah, I mean, hey, Christian Holmes, by the way, made the roster, my boy, out of Missouri/Oklahoma State. So yeah, they could go there. I think they could obviously get better there. I think what they talk about tackle, because I mean, I guess if they don't see Charles Leno as I don't know. Charles Leno, they just gave him a 3-year deal, didn't they? So Leno, they got and they got Samuel Cosme. I don't know if offensive line, or at least on a tackle, maybe at one of the guard spots, but are you really taking a guard at 11? I don't think so. If anything, I'd be thinking about quarterback here, right? Potentially. I don't know. Chase Young started on the reserve, ain't he? Yeah, he is. He's on the pup. Sucks. All right, let's keep rolling. This is Nolan's. Okay, so, Texans take Nolan Smith. I was gonna say I don't like that for a Lovie Smith scheme. Miles Murphy is still on the board, by the way. I'm just saying. There cannot just be like a small handful of people high on Miles Murphy. That guy's a freaking stud. I get a lot of people are buying into the Nolan Smith hype. I'm not there yet. There's a lot of projecting, and he doesn't have ideal size. Like, yeah, the length, the explosiveness, the twitch, it's all great, but he needs to get up to we're talking about a Yannick Ngakoue situation. If he could get up to that like a 440, 445, 446, that would be kind of ideal. But the Texans getting more pass rush. Yes, please. All right. No kidding. Las Vegas Raiders. They take Paris Johnson. Do we need to talk about any more? Like, Alex Leatherwood just got cut, so it's like this move makes all the sense in the world. Go for it. Oh man, yeah, no, that makes too much sense. Tennessee Titans, they finally take Miles Murphy. Yeah, listen, I ain't a big Bud Dupree guy, so like if they want to move on from Bud Dupree and that ridiculous contract they gave him, yo, go for it, my guys. All right, let's keep this sucker looking. Oh, sorry, I thought I saw somebody on this Washington roster. I was like, what's he doing on there? Does not play for that team. I was just seeing things. All right, Patriots, go. Brian Brazee. Instead of reaching, oh my gosh, look at this. Bumgarner already taking shots. Instead of reaching for someone outside the top 100. Okay. Cole Strange wasn't outside the top 100. Let's calm down. He was not outside the top 100. I saw people have him as high as like a top 50 guy. I think for the most part, he was around like the 60s, 70s, 80s, like 60s to 80s area on a lot of big boards. But, you can't take, that shot's, that's unnecessary. Outside the top 100, come on. But yeah, I guess adding some more interior help. Was it Devin Gacho? Isn't he a free agent after this season? Unless they extended him. I know they got, their boy Christian Barmore. But getting other guys in there, because, I mean, in all honesty, they only got Wise. They got Lawrence Guy. Yeah. I mean, grabbing some more flexibility on the interior of that defensive line would go a long way. So, yeah, I don't mind it. All right. Oh, wow. Patriots are going to put Jonathan Jones on the outside? I don't know about that. We'll see. All right, Arizona Cardinals, they go Jackson Smith-Njigba. Since they just lost their Christian Kirk, who was their slot guy, they have Rondale Moore. I don't get this. Listen, I know they just traded for Trayvon Mullins. I don't think that means their cornerback room is finished. Because he could likely be heading to free agency after this season. So, come on. I'm not a fan of that. I like JSN. And people, look at this. A lot of people aren't putting him inside, the top 10. So, people that are like, oh, JSN, I'm sorry, top 10, that's crazy. Dude, calm down. Let's keep the sucker rolling. Eagles go Antonio Johnson. Note this pick was set in just before they traded for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. But still, I mean, Chauncey Gardner's only on a 1 year. He's actually going to be playing more of a safety role this year, actually, than just being a slot. So, again, maybe things don't work out that way, and they end up being like, okay, yeah, we're not going to re-sign him. He's more of a slot guy than a safety. And they kind of, we saw Avonte Maddox was pretty good in the slot last year. But yeah, so Antonio Johnson still could definitely be in the cards. But this definitely would be a guy that would play a similar role as Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. So then again, maybe they move Antonio Johnson, because this is a dude that you could kick on the outside and play corner, I think. He's legit. Okay, do we have to be like Miami forfeited their pick? Come on. All right, who do we have here? Oh, this is Isaiah Foskey. Okay. All right, Eagles. This is their pick via the Saints. They go Isaiah Foskey. Listen, it makes sense. Guys like Derek Barnett, I don't think he's long for the Eagles much longer. Brandon Graham is up there in dog year. So getting some more youth on the outside there, I think, is a good idea. Foskey's a guy that I think has a high floor. All right, we got the Seattle Seahawks. They get Sika Ika. Yo, I did this in my mock, and some people were like, it's crazy. Okay, but look at this. Right now, the Seahawks are playing 35-year-old Al Woods at nose tackle. And if you remember, who's the other guy? Moan? Big Moan? Something like that. I think he's more of a pass rusher or whatever. So, getting someone that could be a legit run stuffer, a guy that could that's explosive enough to push the pocket there at 350. Prime, dude. Prime. So I like this pick here. All right. The Bengals take Michael Mayer. Okay. So Hayden Hurst is only on a 1 year deal, right? I'm not positive what exactly his deal is like. But yeah, if you get the top tight end, I think this is a good range, good spot for Michael Mayer. Just grabbing Joe Burrow more weapons. Yes, please. Other areas they could go, linebacker. Doesn't hurt to go maybe with the interior or an edge. Honestly, going on defense doesn't hurt at all either. Yeah. All right. Noah Sewell, Minnesota Vikings. So they grab a linebacker. Okay, Eric Kendricks is entering his 30s. Listen, that dude's still playing hella good football. So shut up, calm your mouth. I love you, Nate Tice. I don't mean that. Okay, I'm just being a character. Okay, let's think about it here. They just brought in Jordan Hicks. They're at linebacker, right? I believe so. Let me confirm, because I can't think of Jordan Hicks on any other roster, so I'm pretty sure they brought in Jordan Hicks. They did. They brought in Jordan Hicks. He's not a long-term answer. I know that they drafted Brian Asamoah, but he's a guy that, again, he's a third rounder, and he's going to be playing like the will linebacker position. Or like, yeah, like he's going to be more of this guy that's not going to be like the middle of the field stuffer. So like, yeah, I guess this would be maybe getting younger, maybe getting off Eric Kendrick's contract in the future in Sewell. So, okay, I don't hate it. I mean, I think obviously you wouldn't mind going receiver or offensive line if you're the Vikings. So, yeah, run it. The Miami Dolphins take Bijan Robinson. Yo, straight up, let's address this right now. Okay, I love Bijan. Bijan Robinson, phenomenal prospect. But Mike McDaniel, let's look at the running backs he has succeeded with. And yes, if you didn't know, I'm quoting a tweet. If you don't know what tweet, then is what it is. You got guys like Raheem Mostert. Elijah Mitchell was a 6th rounder. Like Jeff Wilson's been good for them. Look at the guys that they've like spent money on and used significant draft value, like Trey Sermon. He got cut. You got Jerick McKinnon, who to be fair, like injuries kind of played a big role in that, but still they signed him a big deal and didn't really pay off. Telvin Coleman didn't really pay off. I know he was still kind of a budget deal. I think it was like 2 or 3 years, $10 million, but budget deal. But still, it's like they paid money for him to come play, and a guy that also fought through a variety of injuries. Trying to think other like legit. They like Mike McDaniel knows I don't have to spend at the running back position. Just listen. I know Bijan's great and all, man, but running back. I know you could use him in a variety of different ways. He doesn't have to just be a running back. You could play him like in the slot. Even outside. Now that I'm thinking about it. Hold on. Okay, I was hoping that they might mention that. Because like honestly, Bijan being like utilized maybe more okay, that's just crazy talk. Like you want to use him in a Alvin Kamara like sense. But yeah, listen, I ain't about it. I'm a Dolphins fan. I ain't about that. We got other needs. We need corner. It's kind of thin past like Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. And Jones is hurt, and we're gonna see that thinness to start the year. That's not great. So there's one area. We could talk linebacker. We don't have a good hefty boy there in the middle, though Noah Sewell is off the board. Listen, I still don't trust the offensive line. I wouldn't mind going in on more offensive line talent. So there's just other areas. Los Angeles Chargers going Eric Gilbert. Yo, watch out. Watch out, dude. Yeah, give, I guess, Justin Herbert everything he wants and needs. Other areas they could go. Broderick Jones, dude, bring that guy in to be your right tackle. Why not? Let's see the defense. I mean, there's a lot of good interior talent if you're not feeling great about your interior. We could talk about the linebacker position, though. Again, you're kind of reaching a linebacker on guys like Henry To'oTo'o, Jack Campbell, Justin Jacobs. Let's see what else. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going with more help at the corner position. Though Eric Gilbert, you know what? No, I like this. I like this pick. Eric Gilbert's a monster. This is a guy, like, if he comes out and he balls out, like, he has a chance to be like Kyle Pitts-esque. Like, again, it kind of depends on what he looks at it. Like, athletically, what does he look like at? I think he's up to 260. He was for the spring game. I don't know if he cut back down to, like, because I think Georgia's listed him at 248. All right. Oh, my boy Clark Phillips about to be taken. Baltimore Ravens, cornerback depth. Cornerback depth for days. Next offseason Marcus Peters is ending the final year of his deal. So, yeah, if you're looking ahead, then, yeah, make a move. I don't mind that. That's not a bad option. I like Clark Phillips. Not typically the cup of tea that the Ravens would go for. Maybe more like a Cam Smith, even Garrett Williams. Clark Phillips, I feel like is going to end up being more off ball. So I don't know. We'll see. Or even this guy right here, Joey Porter, going to the Colts. Dude, the Colts are in desperate need of quarterback help. Let's go take a look at their current cornerback situation here. Oh my gosh, dude. Our lads, what is with your site? All right, let's take a look at their cornerback situation. I know they got Isaiah Rodgers. Fun fact, they're not even listing the cat as a starter, which surprises me. Instead, and this is listen, I'm not a big Gus Bradley fan, and here's part of the reason why, man. He's going with a guy that struggled last season in Brandon Faison. So yeah, that's not great. I think he's a good depth option. He played out of necessity last year, but it wasn't a lot of good. They got Stephon Gilmore, but you can't imagine he's a long-term option. So yeah, grabbing cornerback depth makes all the sense in the world. Joey Porter Jr. would be solid. I mean, he plays in a similar coverage style as that's not kind of sorta, but man, yeah, nah, like the Colts, they desperately need just need some assistance there at corner. Joey Porter, reason why I'm not like, I guess, as high as the community is on him, part of that is penalties, part of that is just continuing to be, so where I'm looking, just finding something to do when there's no one in your assignment. Don't just sit there and just be like, all right, I guess I'm out of the play. But yeah, I mean, I guess with like it, and this is the thing. It's like I see Joey Porter as more as a man corner, and like with his length, I would love if he would play press. I don't think he's gonna, like with Gus Bradley, like you're gonna be playing a lot of cover 3, and I know essentially cover 3 is basically man coverage after like 10 yards, but still. But you know what? I do like the pick overall. I'm just kind of nitpicking. Listen, I just really don't like Gus Bradley. The Detroit Lions, they take Tyree Wilson. I don't think they really need another edge, right? Like, honestly, no quarterback for the Lions at 27 either. If Lions fans are looking for names that can emerge, Tyler Van Dyke, Tanner McKee. But Wilson is another strong, long-framed defensive player for the Lions. To add to the front 7, he can stick and shed. Okay, I get the Tyree Wilson hype. I get people really like this cat. I think he's a bit of a tweener. He's going to end up being more of a 3-4 end in the NFL. That's kind of my call. I don't, at least unless he has a nice jump this year, like against like another top 10 talent in Charles Cross, he was goose egged. Like the dude couldn't win. So like that led me to believe if you're looking at this guy as a pure edge rusher, then he's more of a like day 2, maybe even day 3 pick. But if you're looking at him like as this is a guy, a tweener, gives us a lot of options and versatility along the line, then yeah, I could see that day 2 value. For me, it's not first round just yet, but like, yeah, I mean, honestly, adding another edge isn't a bad idea to Detroit. Julian Aguilar has never really emerged. Romeo started on the pup. Yeah, Romeo Aguilar started on the pup. They got Charles Harris. I don't think he's not really a long-term option there. So, yeah, okay. Like I don't mind them going after edge. I simply just that's just not the guy I'd go with. Colby Wooden. I'm a big Colby Wooden guy. Bucks here. You gotta imagine they might go quarterback, right? Let's just pretend. Oh, okay, look at this last slide though. From Nate Tice. This is why you gotta follow this guy on Twitter. Just pretend that Tom Brady will play forever. But I kind of disagree with this pick. This is a very similar prospect to what they just drafted in Logan Hall. Like, very similar. So, like, I don't know. If you would think corner's kind of a prime spot here, especially with them having to make a decision between Jamil Dean and Sean Murphy-Bunting, or maybe not even be able to hold on to both. So, like, I think corner's kind of, like, if you're not going quarterback, obviously, cornerback's kind of the obvious choice. Dallas goes with Cam Smith. I kind of like that. I like that. Getting someone next to, like, a legit, really good corner next to Trayvon Diggs. Because, like, Anthony Brown's fine, but you could always upgrade. Okay, I'm on board. Chiefs go Jordan Addison. This is just ludicrous. Just why? Just why? Why would you do this? Oh my gosh, dude. Oh man. Yeah, no. Yeah, sorry, Bumgarner, my friend. Yeah, you are a legit sicko. Why more? Like, that's just wild. Green Bay Packers. Ooh, this is interesting. They go Brian Branch. Okay, maybe using him more as a slot option's not a bad idea, but you gotta imagine. With Branch, you gotta imagine that Jair Alexander, like one of their top three, whether it's Rasul Douglas, Eric Stokes, or Alexander, one of them are gonna hold down the slot spot. At safety, I mean, are they really that unsatisfied with a really good safety duo there in Darnell Savage and Adrian Amos? I mean, I love Brian Branch, but don't really know. Finally, the Buffalo Bills go Layden Robinson. Yo, straight up, they kind of need a guard. This makes all the sense in the world. I think they either released or traded Cody Ford. They finally gave up on that. That ship sailed. Currently, what they got going on at the guard spot is Roger Saffold, who really, for all intents and purposes, isn't a long-term option. And then Ryan Bates, who was okay at parts last year for the Bills. So, yeah, no, like Layden Robinson, there's questions about this dude. Like, he needs to grow as a pass protector, but what he brings, like, as a run blocker, like, and on top of that, you just know this guy's got like a high ceiling on him. So yeah, listen, if Kenyon Green, if he snuck into the first round after like kind of the abysmal off-season draft process he had, like not even snuck into the first round, was like top, like he was the 15th overall, I think. Then Layden Robinson going in here at the back end of the first round makes a ton of sense for me. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's it for the video. Go ahead, do that YouTube thing, and as always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.